Testing. Okay, so you can hear me great. Let's go live. And so, welcome to Bio 113. Welcome to Bio 113, the lab for Bio 112. Today we're going to cover the syllabus and some of the basics for navigating the course. No, that's not it. Here we go. All right, let's get this into a readable view. So this class is 1 credit hour and it's delivered online. My name is John Molnar. I have 2 master's degrees, but no PhD. My email address, jmolnar0001@kctcs.edu. Email me with anything if you're having problems, technical problems, problems with the content. I love answering content questions. The vast majority of what I get is technical problems. I'm always going to try to reply within 48 hours, ideally within 24, but things happen. I have no office on campus, and I wouldn't be there anyway right now during the pandemic. So please contact me via email for assistance. All right. So you should be taking Bio 112 either in the past or this semester when you take Bio 113. All right. So for required materials, this is a virtual lab. There's no physical lab kit to buy. All labs will be completed in simulators online on the McGraw-Hill Connect website. Good. So we'll cover how to do that in a little bit. For technology requirements, download Google Chrome, the Chrome web browser, at www.google.com/Chrome. All right. Okay, so I can tell you this about Chrome. A lot of people uh, don't want to download it for whatever reason, and after many years of teaching online, I can tell you that whenever people have technical problems, it's pretty much never Google Chrome that's the problem. Um, Even Microsoft Edge, which was recently redesigned to be built on Chrome's source code, still does not work as well as Chrome. Websites are designed to work with Chrome because 58% of the people using, well, the internet are using Chrome, and Chrome works on every device uh, that can browse the web pretty much. So it's just easier for web designers to design their websites for Chrome. We get a lot of errors when people use Microsoft Edge. Um, there's this show. It's available on Netflix called The IT Crowd about some tech support guys in an office, and anytime they pick up the phone, the first thing they say is, "Did you try turning it off and then back on again?" Right? Like that's the obvious thing you should do. Whenever I get a technical problem in an email, the first question I have to ask you is, "Are you using Chrome?" Because that fixes a lot of the errors. The other errors are related to Flash usually, and McGraw-Hill is they claim they're no longer using Flash, so hopefully we won't have any Flash errors in the future. You should also download Microsoft Office. We don't have anything that you need to submit in Office format. You don't have to turn in any Word documents or PowerPoints, but in general, it's just good to have it so that you can read anything I might send you. A lot of people try to send me files in Apple specific formats, such as the new HEIF and HEIC image file types, which can't be opened on a Windows computer. They also try to send me .pages files. I'm not sure what .pages is. I think it's a version of PowerPoint or PDF. But either way, it can't be opened on a Windows computer. So just to be safe, if you're using a Mac, download Microsoft Office, and you can download it here. And just log in at the top right. You see this up here where it says Jack, comma Molnar or Molnar, comma Jack. By the way, I'm also known as Jack. You can sign out or sign in with a different account. You just sign in with your KCTCS credentials, and you get free access to Microsoft Word. You don't have to pay anything. If you have a Chromebook, the newer Chromebooks, which can access the Google Play Store, you can actually download the Microsoft Office apps. You can download the Word app, the PowerPoint app, and then you can also access them in a browser. All right, good. So, communication, check your KCTCS email and Blackboard at least once daily. You should really check your email at least once daily. I'm going to be communicating with you through email, also through announcements on Blackboard, and those will get emailed out to you eventually, but usually it's around midnight. All right, so be sure to check on those. Good. What else? Oh, you can also have your email sent to your phone. You really should be doing that, having your emails, your school emails sent to your phone. A lot of problems are caused by people not checking their email. I know younger people in particular don't check email anymore. They see it as outdated. But in a college setting, it is, in a professional setting, it is the way to communicate. All right. Here is an example email. Um, I don't need a salutation necessarily, Professor Molinar. You don't necessarily have to include that, although in the future when you email other people, that's polite. An ending here, a sign off, is not necessary for me, although it's generally considered polite. You should probably get in the habit of doing it. But you should end it with your name, just to make things easy. And in the body of it, you should say, "I am enrolled in Bio 113, comma, and here's my problem. This is what I need." That will speed things up, not only for you but for other students as well, so that I don't have to go look up what class you're in, or what class you're emailing me about. Um, and the more time I have to answer emails, the better answers I can give people. You know, it's just better for everyone all around. Also, please try to provide as much detail as possible in your email. I can't tell you how many emails I get. Let me just open up a new Word document that look exactly like this. I get so many emails that look exactly like this. Greetings not required, but it's polite. It doesn't say what class they're in. There's no detail here whatsoever, plus typographical errors. No sign off with your name. All right, I need as much information as possible. So something like, "Hi, I'm in Bio 113, and I can't get the blood typing lab to load. I tried clicking on dot 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 whatever. Here are some screenshots." By the way, screenshots help a lot. And so on a Windows computer, it's really easy. Toward the top right of your screen, there's a print screen button. It may say PRTSCN or something like that abbreviated, or on a full-size keyboard, it'll be spelled out print screen. On Windows 10, you just press that, and oh look, it automatically saved it as a file. And then you can see I've got a lot of them, but it's somewhere down here toward the bottom. 27, 820. They're arranged by date. You can see my screenshot right here. All right. And so I can email that to somebody. All right. For student privacy, let me close out that email real quick. let's go back to the live screen. All right, you can see we've got that folder full of screenshots. I can actually click that, drag it down to the email app here. Windows 10 email app is the best email app out there. Just drag and drop it in. It's right there, real easy. If you are not using Windows 10, if you're using Windows 7, Windows 8, maybe even XP or Vista, still hit that print screen button. Okay. Uh, so hit that print screen button, then open up Microsoft Paint, and then hit Control V, and the image will appear in here. Now you just save it. Okay. And then same thing, you can drag and drop it into the email app. I believe that also works if you're checking your email in a browser. I think you should be able to do that also if you're checking your email in a browser. Uh, on Mac, I believe you can drag and drop it into the email app, and uh, yeah, Chromebook, I'm not sure, but I would suspect so. All right, as much detail as possible would be great. Okay, that'll speed things up for you. That'll speed things up for me, and that'll speed things up for other students. Everybody's much happier when we're doing emails the right way. All right, so assignments from the course. There are 28 labs this semester, and that's about 1 to 2 per week. All right. Good. So here's something that confuses a lot of people every semester, and so I just want to point it out to you in advance. If you score a 100% on your lab, that grade is going to get transferred over to Blackboard immediately. If, however, you score anything less, even a 99%, that grade's not going to show up in Blackboard. And that gets a lot of people worried, understandably. But what happens is, because you still have time to go back and fix whatever you got wrong, to go back and improve your grade, McGraw-Hill's not going to transfer the grade over. All right, and so you can either sit there with a 99% and wait for the due date to pass, and then once the due date's passed, it'll upload. Or you can go back and try again for 100. Just fix whatever you got wrong and move on from there. All right, so again, if you score anything less than 100, it will not transfer immediately to give you time to bring it up to 100. If you don't bring it up to 100, whenever the due date comes and goes, then it'll be transferred over as whatever it was. But if you get 100, it's transferred immediately. All right, we're also going to have two exams, a midterm and a final exam. The midterm covers weeks 1 through 8, and the final exam is cumulative, but it'll focus more on weeks 9 through 16. As you can see here, the McGraw-Hill Connect virtual labs, there are 28 of them, account for 70% of your grade. The midterm exam grade is 10%, and the final exam is 20%. And then we'll be graded on a pretty standard scale here. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89 is a B, and so on. If you need more time with a virtual lab, please contact me in advance. Okay. Exams can only be taken during exam week, which is week 8 and week 16. So be sure to take those that week. All right. There's no attendance. There's no attendance in this class. It's online, and it's kind of self-paced. I mean, the exams will only be available in week 8 and 16, midterm and final, respectively. But you can move ahead if you need to or want to. And if you're going on a vacation, we have this policy here. Most people would say schedule your vacation another semester, or your vacation's important, schedule your class another semester. You can go on vacation, but make sure you do that week's work in advance. Do it before you go. Don't plan to do it while you're gone. I know from experience, working and going to school and then going on vacation or family trips or whatever, you're not going to find time to do it there. And if you do, you're going to be miserable and distracted. Get it done in advance so you can focus on your trip while you're there. I'll tell you, one semester when I was teaching online, I went on a trip to Europe, and every night while I was there, I had to spend 3 to 4 hours answering emails and catching up on stuff. And oh man, wish I could have done it another time. Because that's 3 to 4 hours every night on your vacation that you got to dedicate to school. When you'd rather be sightseeing or resting for tomorrow. All right, so here's information on add drop. Um, it's just there if you need it. Hopefully nobody will drop. This course shouldn't be too difficult. It's just a matter of putting in the time really with the labs. You may have noticed the labs account for 70% of your grade, and if you just work on them and get hundreds on all of them, then you've got a 70. You say I only need a C. I don't want to take the midterm or the final. Well, you can do that. You'd still get a C. Um, I'm not suggesting you do that, but it's a possibility. It's something you could do. So what I'm saying is it should not be difficult to do well in this course. You just got to put in the hours, put in the work. All right. Complaints. If you have any complaints, please speak with me first. If, however, the nature of the complaint is me, you feel, well, I don't want to get into that, but you feel you cannot work it out with me, then the next person to contact is the biology department division head, actually department head, Jamie Leckie. Contact information here. If you can't work it out with her, the next person up is Kaya Muller, Natural Sciences Division Chair. And if you can't work it out with her, the next person up is the Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Randy Davis. Now, we're all busy, but as you go up this list, each person is busier than the last, with, of course, Dr. Davis being an incredibly busy person. So please start at the bottom and start with me. Okay? All right. This is just boilerplate stuff. There are no proctored exams this semester in Bio 113 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm not going to ask you to go on campus for any reason. All right, this information's just here in case you need it for another online class. Some online classes are still requiring proctored exams, although many of them are turning to online proctoring. And yes, so students with in need of special accommodations, here's information on that. All right, moving on down. Troubleshooting. Um, there's a tab on the Blackboard page. It says here student support. I think it's actually labeled Blackboard help. Yeah, Blackboard help right there. You can contact the student services line here, 855-2GO-JCTC. You can call the Blackboard help desk down here. And you can contact me as well. I can try and help you. I'm pretty good with technology. But some things are going to have to be handled by them. Some things will have to be handled by McGraw-Hill customer support. And I don't normally bother doing this, but I'll just show you how easy it is. McGraw-Hill customer service. Phone number's right here. It's that easy to look it up. I spend a lot of time doing tech support for McGraw-Hill, or at least I have in the semesters we've used Flash. They tell me from now on they're not using Flash, and so hopefully that'll alleviate a lot of the technical issues. Again, if you use Chrome and you know how to use Flash, you will hardly ever have any errors. And you probably don't even have to know how to use Flash anymore because they're taking it out of the website. As of fall 2020, actually technically September 2020, they're taking it out. All right, so here's our schedule. All right, so here we have the weeks 1 through 16. The week starts on this date. the assignments are due on this date. So it starts on a Monday, ends on a Sunday. Okay, and then here's the topic for each week. First up, we have the introductory week. Many of you have already completed the Intro to Connect or Intro to Virtual Labs assignment. It's pretty easy first week. Second week, we'll have 2 labs on cellular respiration. Third week, we'll have 2 labs on cell function and composition. I believe it's 2 labs on nutrition in week 4, 2 on plant genetics, 1 on fruit fly genetics, 2 on human genetics, 2 on DNA techniques, and then we'll have our midterm exam in week 8. Then we have 1 on evolution and actually 1 on bacteria or microbiology as well in week 9, 2 on microorganisms in week 10. I think it might have been 1. Hard to remember at this point. 2 on osmosis, 2 on photosynthesis, 2 on photosynthesis, 2 on blood. And then in the last 2 weeks, we took it easy on you. 1 lab on cardiovascular system, 1 lab on hormones, and then we have our final exam. All right, and these exams will be open to you for the entire week of week 8 and week 16. There's a note here, starting in week 11, we start to diverge a little bit from the topics covered in my Bio 112 class. I assume if you're in my Bio 113, you're probably also in my Bio 112 class. We're going to spend 2 weeks on photosynthesis, where we have 2 weeks in plants roughly around this time in Bio 112, and then we'll also have 3 weeks on human physiology, blood, cardiovascular system, hormones. Basically transport systems, another word for that. All right, so we will get back to the class now. Okay, and so this is more or less what it should look like. This orange bar at the top says student preview mode is on. What that means is that I've switched over to the student view so that you'll see things the way I do for this video. Rather, I'll see things the way you do for this video. All right, over on the left we have the home page. That's obvious what that does. You can click announcements, and we've got all of our announcements here. So far, just 1. Next up, we have the syllabus. The syllabus is posted here. You can click and download it, the one we just went over, in case you want to peruse it for yourself, or if it needs to be updated later in the semester. That rarely happens, but it does occasionally happen. Things change, and we just need to, things aren't working maybe, or I missed something, or there's a big error, just occasionally something needs to be fixed in the syllabus. You'll be able to download the new one here. I'll probably also email it out to you. Next up, we have the learning content, and these are the labs, okay? And you can see each one here has the due date. So the first one that many of you have already completed, August 23rd, okay? That's coming up this Sunday. August 30th for the next one, and the 3rd as well, okay? The 2nd and 3rd labs due August 30th. So you can see the due dates here. All right, they're all due at 11:59 p.m. On that day, so 1 minute before midnight. Try and not wait that long. Sometimes people get cut off at midnight. Sometimes that happens. Try to get it done earlier. Like if you have to do it on a Sunday, do it Sunday afternoon, not Sunday night. All right. Next down, we have a link for McGraw-Hill Connect. I click it, and it takes me to a page like this. All right. And so what you're going to do here, you can see my name and face up here. This is the product we're using, Connect Virtual Labs. You've already paid for this as part of your tuition and fees, so don't buy it again. All right. And you can type in your email. All right. Or I'm going to click sign in, because I already have a fake email address. No, I don't. I don't have a fake account, do I? Oh, yeah. So, whatever. What you'll do is you'll click there and you'll create a new account. Oh, come on. Let's go back to registration real quick. All right. I'm just gonna sign in with a not a fake email, but let's see, J Molnar one of my other email accounts. Oh man, it's already one. Okay. FAA@aa.com. Whatever. Let's begin. You'll get a page like this where you need to fill out all of your information. First name, John. All right, security question. All right, and I agree. Continue. Oh, the passwords don't match. Still not working? Okay, sorry, this is taking up too much time. No thanks, continue. And I'm going to get a message. I just wanted to pull this up. I'm going to get a message that says buy access. Oh, I didn't. It actually gave me access. Okay, well, this is what you should see then. Go to connect. It should not have given me access. That is very strange. All right, so here we have assignments due soon. That's the intro to the online labs. Okay. I can click there to start. I'm going to click notifications. This is the student view. Here we go. Now you can see all of the classes that are available, or not all the classes, all the labs that are available for the entire semester. They're all here, and you can go all the way down. You can again see their due dates. Okay. You can see their due dates. Due, start. Start is when they become available. For some reason, some of them are on the 20th, some of them are on the 27th. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So if you want to start one, okay, let's go back to to do. You can click over here, this blue arrow brings this up. Not started yet. I have one attempt remaining. Click begin. And then here they introduce you to the navigation elements for the lab. Here you have key concepts that contain the key scientific concepts that will be covered in each simulation. Then you have an overview of the goals of the lab and then information you need before you begin. All right, so over here it says using the next button, cycle through and review descriptions of screen areas. All right, so here we have step-by-step instructions for the current phase. Each step must be completed correctly to continue to the next phase. All right, so I just click next all the way through these. Then I get, you have completed step 1 of phase 1. Close the dialog box and proceed to step 2 of phase 1 and the directions on the right. Step 2, select accessibility and keyboard shortcuts button in the upper right corner. But first I click go to phase 2. Oh, it actually wanted me to click that before I continue. Live and learn. All right, so here we can see these keyboard shortcuts you can use for accessibility. Close that out, click go to phase 2. It's giving me some odd errors here. Select methods from the toolbar. Methods. Here we have instructions on how to complete the lab, reviewing those. All right. I selected methods. Well, then you click next, and then it keeps giving you this error, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 were not completed. That's fine. I just go back, I do 4. Select reset from the toolbar. Select reset. You may choose on your own to reset, or you may be prompted to reset based on a mistake that was made. If you only want to reset the current phase you are working on, select current phase, and select cancel to continue this tutorial. All right, you see 4 here. I click go to phase 2. 4 is completed. It tells me 6, 7, 8, and 9 still need to be done. All right, so you can complete these on your own. Oh, by the way, when you're done, you can also click submit. I'm just going to submit this for partial credit. It's actually telling me my current score will be 0, so I can't do that. I'm just going to leave. All right. So that's that for McGraw-Hill Connect. When we do exams, they may be in Connect, but I'm thinking right now that we're going to do them on Blackboard. All right, and so if that's the case, I'll send you out an email to let you know, and then you'll find a link over here on the left in the navigation bar labeled exams. Next on our list, we can click My Grades, and you can see all of the grades here. Okay, and down at the bottom, you've got a weighted average. All right, and it tells you it's a running weighted average where assignments are worth 70% and tests are worth 30%. All right. And so the grade that you see here will be your current average. All right. Now, occasionally, people will not complete a lab or not complete their work, and for some reason, McGraw-Hill doesn't transfer over a 0. So if you have a bunch of those accumulating, you have a bunch of zeros that haven't transferred over yet, be aware that your weighted average will be wrong because those zeros aren't incorporated yet. I had somebody last semester who thought they had an A, even though they hadn't completed any labs and one of the assignments. And when I turned those into zeros, of course they failed. So that was I don't know why that was a shock, but it was a shock to them. Next up, you can click Send Email. Here you can pick all users. That includes me and the other students. You probably don't want to do that. All instructor users, you can pick to email me, or select users to pick who to send it to, and you will probably be picking me. I don't know why you would need to email other students. And then lastly, of course, is Blackboard Help, which, when clicked, takes us here for help on how to use Blackboard. All right. So that is it for the introduction to Bio 113. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm always happy to help, especially with content questions. Love to answer